A couple of you have watched my videos and you guys have asked about this track pin driver that I built. The guy that's hanging onto it doesn't feel the vibration, easily collapsible, easy to store. You just unthread it off, thread the new one on, tighten it up, and there you go.
Tools of the Trade by Tekamo and sponsored by our tool supplier, FortisHD.com, presents the track pin driver with vibration dampening, a tool you can make yourself with spare parts you probably already have.
And what this is literally just a piece of hydraulic hose, small piece of rubber in between. Gives it a little bit of flex, not a lot. You can see I'm pulling on it. This is made out of drill steel. So the drill rods that they're drilling through rock and stuff, that's what this is. It's hollow through the center. I just welded a JIC hydraulic plug onto it. All of mine have one of these. I have a couple other bigger sizes as well. You just unthread it off, thread the new one on, tighten it up, and there you go. And what's great about this, your apprentice that's swinging the 20-pound sledgehammer, because I don't feel like doing it anymore, misses, hits the hose, breaks the hose. It's simple. I got an extra one on my truck. I pop it off, I put a new one on, it's fixed. I want to change the size. This one is a smaller machine. It's a 120 size excavator sort of size. I tapered it down because I do smaller stuff with it. Like today I did a Komatsu 60 size track. I can start it with this, it gets moving, and then I can just use a smaller punch and punch it out. The only problem with it is it starts to mushroom and you start to get chunks that break off. So please, if you use one of these, safety glasses, shield, I don't want any of this metal chipping off, flying in your eye. It is dangerous, but it works perfect for track pin presses because it's so hard. The guy that's hanging on to it doesn't feel the vibration, easily collapsible, easy to store. I can show you in the back of my truck how I store this stuff. Done. So what I built on the side of the service truck here, my back of my truck's a little bit of a mess, bear with me. I built a little bit of a torpedo rack, if you want to call it. My apprentices didn't put this away properly. So what I normally do is this hose I don't leave on the handle. I leave it loosely on here. Then the handle, without the hose on it, it slides into this top one. And you can see the distance that it would sit out. Then the next one slides in, it stops because of that. And then the small one, which is right here, would slide into this bottom one. Built it on a bit of a downward angle. There's an end on it so it can't slide through. The chisel bar stops. Same with the handle. When the door closes, this piece, you can see the marks on it, actually bumps right up against it, holds them in there. They don't vibrate out, they don't move or anything like that. Completely out of the way. Easy storage, you're not tripping over it, really easy to build. Anybody with a service truck can build that and bolt it to the side. It's never in the way when I'm putting stuff in and out of the truck. It's always there when I need it, and that's where I store it. The hydraulic hose works absolutely excellent. The only issue when you're really beating on it, you got this T-handle on here. Anybody that does hydraulic hoses knows those hard hits is almost like an air chisel hammer. When you hit it, it starts to loosen, and every once in a while, let's call it every 15, 20 hits, you gotta grab a wrench and tighten it back onto the head once in a while, not that often. Too old to swing this hammer these days. So years and years ago, when I was an apprentice, I used to split lots of tracks with a track pin driver. There's lots of different designs out there. There's models out there that there's a piece of pipe welded to the end of this, and then that holds the bar through it, and it gives it room to move around, and it takes the vibration out of the handle for the guy hanging onto it. I've seen versions that people weld a piece of cable in here to give it a little bit more flex, but because the cable is so hard, it's a different steel than the handle, the welds break and then you got to re-weld them and stuff like that. Or you weld the bar straight to the handle and you're vibrating and they break. I took all those ideas, I made this, I designed this. Every track that we do is a different size from a different model to everything else. So I wanted something that I could put in the service truck that wasn't a solid T. You have 4 different sizes, so you've got 4 of them. They're in the back of your service truck. They're driving you nuts. They're moving around, tripping over them. Didn't want the cable because, again, it's welded, it's solid. The cable breaks. You're out in the field. You got a stick welder trying to weld cable. It absolutely sucks. So I came up with this design. Built it 10 years ago. I came up with the idea. All my service trucks run them. At this moment in time, I don't have a big track pin press. I am going to be purchasing ones for the really tough ones. I just don't like swinging this 20-pound sledgehammer as hard anymore. But for all the smaller stuff, the taper pins on your Hitachis, your T-style pins, even press fit pins, I drive them out with this and it works excellent every single time. That's the tool. Yeah, if you guys see any other tools on any of the videos that you want to see, what they are, how they work, what brand they are, what they do, if it's custom or even if it's not custom, leave a comment, ask us to check it out, and we'll send you guys something. We'll post something on that tool, and us using it.
Hopefully you guys found that useful. For a full write-up, head over to our blog post we made at fortishd.com. And if you guys need other tools to help with track changes like pry bars, head over to our website. To be in the know for sales and discount codes, join the Tekamo newsletter. Link in the description.